He was to remain sealed inside his sarcophagus, the undead for all of eternity. The Magi would never allow him to be released, for he would arise a walking disease, a plague upon mankind, an unholy flesh-eater with the strength of ages, power over the sands, and the glory of invincibility.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 118, and today we're talking about The Mummy. I am Sean Allred, and joining me tonight is Andrew CGI Beatles Jemison.
Hi there. Hello, boys and girls.
I don't know why we've been doing this with you now for 18 episodes, and whenever you say your intro, I'm always expecting more. You always leave it like, "Hi there." Like I have things to say, but I'm not going to tell you right now. Hey, Andrew. Corny is scared of cats too. Logan.
Man, cats are scary mothers, you know. I mean, John Constantine proved that out.
That's right. They are both in and out of hell all the time.
Sorry. Before you get to Sam, I just want to say that the Beatles are very happy to be a part of that movie.
Yeah.
Ringo was he was a hit.
Yeah. Okay. How much more can we go with the joke? Let's see. Let's see. Like the Beatles, they were also flesh eating. No, that's not true. Well, maybe, I don't know.
Their fans were probably.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
the White Album had some weirdness going on. Let's be honest, though.
Yeah.
Did you guys
the Black Album? The Black Album was their foray into rap. Man, it was weird.
Yeah.
John Lennon got some flow.
Oh, listening to the Beatles rap would have been a pleasure.
I'm going down the street.
That's Ringo.
Gonna shoot these people up in heat.
Ringo is the one that's rapping for some reason. He did his own thing. He did a
Pow, mother.
Yeah. He and Ice-T got together, or Ice Cube. No, yeah, Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Yeah, was in NWO. Yeah. That's the only phrase you could say of his, because that's the only words he ever says. Like, that's his entire dialogue on Law & Order SVU now. Come on, Munch, let's go. Yeah. All right, anyway. And Sam stacks his books in a circle so they can all fall like dominoes, Vector.
Yes, I do that, as well as trying to resurrect our listeners from the dead to get our numbers up.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, we need that. We need all of that. Great. So let's pull up a comfy chair and dive into this. Well, it's been a week off. Thank you for being patient. Hopefully you've decided not to move on and you are still, in fact, listening to the show. We had my wife and I.
I got so much angry email over missing a week. It was just. No,
you didn't.
It was horrible.
No, in fact, the only emails I've gotten were in that account were from GoDaddy.com giving me different options for domain names.
Yeah.
Whenever Corny signs into the Google Drive, I get an alert saying someone has accessed your Google Drive from a PC, because it's always
Is it racial profiling?
Well, no, because it's always like either an Android or whatever your desktop or your laptop is.
Optimus Prime is my laptop.
Well, it doesn't say that, but it says from a PC or something like that. But it knows. And then, what was that?
The Shadow knows.
And then the one that I have now is from Stitcher. Apparently, Stitcher was bought by something called Midroll.
Oh, no. It sounds like an oil.
Yeah, so...
like you'd put in your car.
Stitcher has been acquired by Midroll, an EW Scripps-owned company. And so I have, whatever. I'm not reading it right now on the air because that would be really boring. So those are the emails that we got. Okay. But I think I did get a tweet or two. Actually, I did get a tweet from listener Alan letting us know that Jurassic Park, the trilogy, is streaming on the Netflix. And so I said, oh, we know, and we will definitely be doing at least the first one.
Yeah. Now, you guys can't do it while I'm not here, though.
No, we'll definitely do it when you're here.
Okay.
No, we're definitely going to do it.
Because I need to sit here and be able to at least defend some of it.
No. Well, I mean,
some of it is not. It's a little hard to, but
yeah. Well, yeah, and that's there. But no, I want to do that one. We had back when Chad was still with us. Not that he died, but when he was still part of the show. As soon as it left
God rest his soul.
Yes. Yeah, Sam, get back on that resurrecting of the listeners thing.
Okay, yeah.
That
could not have been more racist.
That actually sounds Hawaiian.
Well, that's where you resurrect the dead, don't you?
I don't know.
No?
Yeah, you have to use Spam and Reese's there, though.
Wow.
Sure.
That was racist. What was I going to say? I don't remember now. Where was I going with it? Oh, no. So we had mentioned doing kind of like our favorite movies on the show, at some point.
Yeah.
We actually did record an episode for Serenity, but technology and things didn't work out that way, so it has been lost to the ether.
That episode was A Leaf on the Wind.
Yeah. And then we did Beverly Hills Cop, but that's actually not your favorite, right? It would be Scott Pilgrim versus the World would be your number one.
That would be correct.
Yeah. So
is it whatchamacalliting somewhere? Anywhere?
Streaming anywhere? No.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably, yeah, I wouldn't think so. So, Andrew, that lends me to this question. We don't know what your favorite movie is.
Oh, that's right.
That
I came in late to this fight. Yeah.
That is true.
So this is your opportunity to tell us what it is.
Oh, you're asking right now?
Yes, I am.
He ain't going to do it. He's scared.
Oh.
I mean,
Bet you won't do it.
I haven't really had time to process this.
It's so funny. People keep saying that. It's hard. Like, I don't know why, but
Like, if someone were to say what movie, just like, I don't know, without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's my go-to movie?
I mean, I guess.
Wait, that's right. Andrew wasn't here for our top 10 episode.
Right, but I mean, but before the top 10 episodes that we did, all three of us knew even Chad, we knew what our favorite movie was. We have our favorite movies we picked out. It's the movie that we all love and go back to, that we find the least amount of fault with, the thing that we identify most with. Like,
I think of rewatchability.
And there's that too. I mean, but
yeah.
I think there's
at a certain point, you don't want to watch Schindler's List more than once.
No, you really don't.
It's an absolutely amazing movie, but God forbid.
Right. I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. And there are other movies like that are great films. I'm not saying what is the greatest film of all time. I'm asking to you, what is
also my favorite.
Let me
mull that over. If you have,
we don't ponder on this while we do our show, and then maybe
fine.
by the end I'll have a.
And if you don't, that's fine too. My point being though is that at some point in the next, we'll say before episode 200,
5 minutes.
Before episode 200, I'd like for us to have done maybe our favorite movies, and maybe we'll do Chad's and bring him back on. To give him that opportunity to do that. What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
oh, geez.
Yeah. So anyway, and then also we have coming up probably over the summer. We've got some. We'll be doing the people who donated the $25 and more on our GoFundMe account. We will have them on to do some movies.
Fighting to the death.
I already know one of them.
As it should be.
Listener Michael Antonucci.
Big Mike.
He's a good friend and he's a good listener.
Mike.
He I already know that we're going to be doing Godzilla Final Wars for his. So I'm excited for that. So anyway, but none of that is The Mummy. So this is 1999's The Mummy. And hopefully Andrew has had enough time to find some words to say about The Mummy.
An American serving in the French Foreign Legion on an archaeological dig At an ancient city of Hamunaptra, accidentally, what does he do again?
Raise
Yes, it
the
up.
You're the one reading.
Oh, there's a mummy. That's right. He awakens a mummy. There we go. And that's the whole game.
a mummy.
A mummy. Yes, he awakens his mummy.
His mummy.
Hello, mummy.
Lewis.
Mum.
Lewis.
Mummy. 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 Mama. Mum.
Mama.
All right. Okay. Thanks, guys. We don't need to do that.
I actually have that as a ringtone.
Hey, Sean.
Yes,
Sean.
I know you do.
Sean.
I've heard it.
Sean.
No, Sam.
Sean.
Stop.
Sean. Sean. Hey, Sean. Sean. Sean.
I will
Sean.
mute you.
Sean.
What?
Then run away. So you guys know, before we get into our big things, in Andrew's intro, it reminded me of this question that has been burning in my brain ever since I've watched this movie 100 years ago. Why was he there? Why was he part of that army? Like, why?
Yours is not the question.
Oh.
No, actually, I don't know.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he was following some tail.
Could
you
be.
think that's what it was? Because
Well, if he was an archaeologist,
he
I don't
wasn't.
think
He's a soldier.
He's a soldier. Yeah. Maybe him and Benny had their boot camp fun together, and then just thought, hey,
Wait, hold on. No. They were the beginning of the movie starts with them defending Hamunaptra from someone.
That's what I'm saying. Him and Benny were best of friends in boot camp.
Boot camp. Benny was not of the same. He's not American.
Benny boot camp. Yeah.
Boot camp.
If he was an American soldier, how did he get there? Or because he just said in the intro that he was with the French Foreign Legion, so did he just volunteer for them?
I would guess so. Yeah.
It just seems weird. Whatever. Anyway, so who has seen this before?
I have.
I have.
I have.
Oh, all right. So we've all seen it. Good. Maybe we'll see. So Andrew, I guess your initial impression, sir.
I honestly hadn't seen this movie in a long time. Now, I watched it many times before, years ago, and occasionally when it came on, cable or whatever, I would watch bits and pieces of it here and there. And I honestly had forgotten how much fun this movie is. Like, it's not the best movie in the world, but it's a lot of fun to watch. I had some moments where I LOL'd out loud, and
You laughed out loud.
yes,
Is that when you go to the ATM machine?
Yeah.
yes,
And you use your PIN number.
exactly.
Okay.
So, as far as how it holds up today, the CGI is a little behind the time, but for what it was, when it first came out, it was pretty good. The scene with the bug crawling under the guy's skin looked like just Jello on his chest, but back then it was believable. Now it was kind of cheesy, but some of it was campy, but I still enjoyed it. I still had a good time.
Okay.
Awesome.
Corny.
A lot of what Andrew said, actually, really a lot of what Andrew said, I'd forgotten how much fun this movie was as well. In my mind, I was thinking it was going to be garbage because it had Brendan Fraser in it. Like, you just kind of get that feeling nowadays. But this is actually what he did well, I think. This type of Cliff Note, Indiana Jones kind of adventure, where it follows a lot of the same format. Some of the things are a little different, obviously, but I actually ended up liking this again. I won't watch it again. I won't watch it anytime soon, but I think it was good. It was good.
All right. Sam.
It's been a while since I've seen this. It's always been on my radar. I'm kind of like Andrew, where if it's on TV, I might stop and watch it for a little bit. So it's been a while since I've actually seen the whole thing all the way through. I like this movie. I think it's a heck of a lot of fun. It is campy. It is supposed to be campy. They made it that way. and it's very what do you call it? Not self-reflective, but it can make fun of itself and
It's
still
a little self-aware.
thank you, self-aware, and still be a good movie. I enjoy Brendan Fraser in this. This is, if I had to compare it to anything, it would be Indiana Jones light.
Yes.
And I have a heck of a good time on this thing. And the special effects are pretty bad when you go back and look at it. A lot of the effects you could just see were just kind of placed over things. The sand effects and like the bubbling murky water or whatever that was. But it's fun. This is where I've always had a huge crush on the actress, whatever her name was.
Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz.
Weisz, yeah.
And this movie cemented that in my mind for that. But, I like this one. I like the sequel, and the third one was horrible. But, they progressively got worse, like a lot of movies.
Kind of like Triplets.
Okay.
Okay. But I had fun. It's going to be interesting to talk about this because it's, in my mind, before I saw it this last time, it was up there, maybe not the best movie in the world, but I held it in pretty high esteem, and I'm kind of interested to see what you guys have to say, on some of the faults that are very, very obviously there. Number one being, why in the heck would you make this guy all-powerful as a punishment?
Yeah.
That blows me away every time. And this has been since the first time I saw it. I'm like, what? Wait. Okay, yeah, they're burying him alive, but he can come back as a god?
Yeah.
Cool. I want that.
It's funny you say that because it wasn't until this viewing that I understood that.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, they say some words and he comes back because of whatever reason. I didn't realize that they literally made him immortal so that he would suffer for forever.
Yeah.
That actually seems kind of short-sighted, guys. Just kill him.
And not only that, but these not barbarians, whatever they were that were guarding the Pharaoh's bodyguards.
The Mangina.
Yeah.
In China. The Magi.
And Marie Mangina.
The Magi.
All the star to the baby little.
Yeah, they were literally the worst because, first of all, they come in and a lot of them die. And, when they're raiding the night camp, right? And they're dying left and right. And then all of a sudden they're like, "Whoa, wait, we're gonna give you guys one night, and then that's it, right?" And I'm like, couldn't they just rolled up nicely and said, come on, get off the property, give you a night tomorrow.
Get off my lawn!
Shake
a stick
instead,
at them.
they lost half their forces.
All these nerf herders on my nerf herding lawn.
Right.
Yeah, lost all their forces on a surprise attack or whatever it was. But then they give them a warning. But it's stuff like that was just action for action's sake, But I don't know, the whole mummy idea, the tombs, the Egyptian, the Indiana Jones vibe, it just all speaks to me. I have a really good time with this movie. How about you, Sean?
So I'm glad we're all kind of in agreement, which may or may not make for a good episode. But I actually genuinely love this movie, and I did back in '99. Pretty sure I saw it in the theater. I like Brendan Fraser. I wish he was in more things that mattered. And I like the campiness of this. This, to me, is what The Phantom was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
The whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, this is what The Phantom should have been if they would have had Bruce Campbell as the lead. If you get Bruce Campbell as the lead, you can make this movie.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it would have been better because I like this movie a lot. It's fun and campy and like you said, it's self-aware. Like I got a clip of it later, but like every time they say something about the mummy, the wind blows. And Brendan Fraser even says, "Well, that happens a lot around here." He might as well have looked at the camera.
Probably looking. Woo.
Yeah, exactly. The weather was aware of what was happening. So I like it for all of those things. It's been probably 5, 6, 8 years since I've watched it. It's one of those that every now and then they'll throw it on TBS in a marathon with all three. and I've you know, I don't know, I own it on VHS. So to give you an idea, so yeah, I really like this movie. Is it without fault? No.
No, absolutely not.
But I don't know. So I want to get into this. I think all three of you have mentioned the kind of Indiana Jones feel.
Okay.
And to be fair to Indiana Jones was actually taken from Alan Quatermain. He was kind of the first of that kind of romantic era, 1920s, 30s explorer, right? And there's a reason why we like our Indiana Jones and this movie, and The Phantom was supposed to be. And there are other movies like this. I can't think of any off the top of my head. They're always set during that time, right? The 20s and 30s. Because we were still exploring stuff and discovering things and learning about stuff, right? Like now we've discovered everything. When something is discovered, it's a big damn deal because we're like, oh my God, you had to go 7 miles into the ocean to see this weird creature. You know what I'm saying? We're no longer finding things in the jungle.
Well, and there was a certain mysteries and you know, back then that it was a bigger deal. Around every corner was a new adventure,
right? And you didn't have technology to bail you out. You know, you couldn't just pick up a rock and stick it in a laser gun and kill all the gorillas. Like you can't do that. You know, you're kind of, you know,
you're at your wits and your skill, I guess,
and your whip if you have one of those.
Your whip or your gun.
Yeah, that never ran out of bullets. They must have carried like 100 pounds worth of bullets with them wherever they went. But whatever, I don't care about that stuff. But I really like those types of movies, and I think they're fascinating, and I want more of them in my life. And there you go. So, and for better or for worse, we're getting another Mummy movie. I don't know if you guys knew
I saw
that. Or
that.
not.
Yeah, they're rebooting it.
Yeah, basically, they're rebooting.
Well, they have to, don't they? They have to keep the movie rights, if I remember right.
From who? Like, who's gonna?
I don't know. I mean, well, just to. I don't know. I'm sure somebody would take the movie rights.
Well, I mean, I guess who cares? But like, who cares? But like, I would, you know, this isn't like a case of Spider-Man where they have to make another Spider-Man movie, or Sony loses, you know, Spider-Man back to Marvel. The thing that already bothers me about it is who they cast. Tom Cruise is the lead. Right.
Wait, what?
Tom Cruise is the lead for the next Mummy movie.
Oh Lord, which means it's already watered down in my mind.
Well, give me old Bruce Campbell before you give me Tom.
You can. I think that you need. I mean, we're gonna maybe skip ahead in the part of the show where we recast the movie, but they've already done it for us, which I don't like. I don't like the. I love Tom Cruise. Don't get me wrong. If you want to make a sixth Mission Impossible movie, throw him in there. I'm great with that because that's what that genre is. If you've seen any of the other Mummy movies, they're campy, and Tom Cruise can't do camp.
No,
he can't.
The closest he's ever been to camp would be The Day After Tomorrow. Not Day After Tomorrow. Live, Die, Repeat.
The Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow. Thank you.
I wouldn't consider that campy.
I was going to say his little cameo in
in the
Tropic
Thunder.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that.
But that's not camp. That's comedy. You know, like that.
And then he wasn't even himself. He was a dude in a fat suit.
Oh no, he wasn't a fat suit. He was he was the bald. He had the bald thing right going on.
He had a fat suit on too.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've only seen
not a gigantic fat suit.
I've only seen that movie like one time.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember from it was that the crazy dude saying "F you nature" when he napalmed the forest.
Oh.
That's the only part of the whole movie I remember.
You don't remember Black Robert Downey Jr.?
I mean, I do. And he's crying, and he's like got drool coming out of his mouth, and he's like, "Can we do something about this?" Anyway.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people? Huh? No, but like, I don't know. I think there are different people you can certainly get to do this thing. Heck, I mean, they've rumored it enough, and I don't think it's going to happen. Get Chris Pratt to do it.
Oh, there you go. That's a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Like get Chris Pratt to do the Mummy. Let it be his second audition for Indiana Jones. since Jurassic Park 4 was kind of his audition, whatever, for it. But like he could do it, and he can do campy, he can do silly. We all watched Guardians of the Galaxy and love him in it.
Absolutely. Every minute of it.
Right. So I don't know. It already bugs me, but I don't know. Again,
I don't know if I'd want him in it, only because I want him for Indiana Jones.
Well, he could do both, I guess, but maybe not. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know if you want to dust out Brendan Fraser to do the next Mummy movie, but I still, what they're going to do now is turn it serious.
Yeah.
They're going to turn it into like a genuine either horror or whatever kind of movie. And
if they do that now, if they do that, then he's kind of a good fit, but.
Thought safely entombed in a crypt deep beneath the unforgiving desert, an ancient queen whose destiny was unjustly taken from her is awakened in our current day. All right.
Wait, so Tom Cruise is an ancient queen?
It's got Tom Cruise.
Show me the mummy.
Sophia Botella. Show me the mummy. That's nice. I missed that. I'm sorry. That's worth repeating. The girl that was in, she's the knife-footed lady from The Kingsman.
Oh, okay.
She is the mummy queen.
Okay.
Mummy.
Russell Crowe is in it.
Boo.
As Dr. Henry Jekyll. What are they doing?
Mr. Hyde? Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Are they turning this into like an Alan Quatermain kind of thing? Because Tom Cruise's character is just Tyler Colt, which is kind of a cool name, actually. I don't recognize anyone else in this, though. Except for Courtney B. Vance. I recognize him. But anyway. No, that's not the point. That's not the mummy we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about 1999's Mummy, The Good Mummy. Because I'm going to say it.
I love the fact that there was such a backstory to it. I was not expecting that the first time I saw it.
Right.
And you're sweeping in old Egypt and the reason why he became a mummy and all of that. I thought that was well done.
Yeah. Right. I had forgotten that it even existed. So yeah, you're right. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the visuals. It was CGI as hell, but I didn't care.
Oh yeah. But even the plagues, it didn't really need it, but it just added that certain element of the supernatural to the whole story.
Yeah. So I like
Emotep.
And just remember, that's what if you're a zombie horde is coming after you, just pretend you're a zombie and he'll leave you alone. I love that. And the only other movie I've ever seen that was in Zombieland. When Bill Murray dresses up like a zombie, he can go hang out with other zombies.
Yeah.
I just don't think that would be how it would work. We got to kill that one. Oh, he sang the chant. Oh, then he's fine. Even though he doesn't look like he's got boils and sores on him and whatever.
At least in the Walking Dead, you got to cover yourself with blood and guts to fit in.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Gross. I have always wondered, though, how come they were immune to the zombification? Like, why did it affected everyone else in the town except
plot armor?
They were inside, but plot armor.
Thank you, Corny, because that's literally the words I wrote down.
Yeah, I looked at. I was so as I am now trained to do. I'm looking at this movie going, that's very convenient that no one else is affected by this,
or no one that matters.
Yeah,
like how awful would it have been had Weston been turned into a zombie? Then they could have had that cool scene with the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like if he would have been turned into a zombie, how bad would that have been? But if you had a first name, you were good. Or American, I guess. But otherwise, zombie. Sorry. Whatever. My first note was, so the Magi are against love. That's what I wrote.
Mangina.
Oh,
Mangina. I'm not saying that.
That's going to be the title of the episode, man. Come on.
Oh, no. Actually, I'm actually pretty sure it's going to be Show Me the Mummy. I'm just going to say. That was funny.
Oh.
No?
That's not as funny as Mangina.
Oh, I did almost spill my milk with that one. But not a euphemism. I'm actually drinking milk tonight. I had cookies.
Sarah pumped.
God.
Oh,
It's one of those things you can think but not say. Sam.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
sorry,
God.
sorry. It just slipped out. I couldn't help it.
Oh my God. That
Sam
part,
Otep.
yeah, that part of your brain that filters things out, it needs to be restarted or something.
The filter has been deactivated.
Is that one? Is that what happens for the podcast? You're like, all right, time for the podcast. Filter off.
Yeah, I think so. It makes it interesting, at least.
That's fine. I still want to know why they were defending Hamunaptra for whatever reason. The French people.
Yeah, it didn't. Apparently, it's strategic military.
It's in the middle of the
location.
desert. I mean, that there's nothing there. I guess it was just the way to introduce Brendan Fraser and the fact that he's great with a weapon and in a fight. And then you had what, Mummy Grave Ex Machina save him. Anyway, and then my next note was interesting to compare the Phantom to this same genre, same time frame, but this is way better. So anyway, I actually didn't take a whole lot of notes for this movie. It's kind of goes with my rule. If I like the movie, I don't take a whole lot of notes because I was entertained. I was into the movie. So, yeah.
Hey, so I don't know where you're about to go, but
I don't either.
I wanted to point out that Brendan Fraser in this movie is part superhuman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How so?
So I guess for notice for the first time. So he goes to okay. Let's put him back when he's in the little makeshift prison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they're beating the shit out of him with those things.
Yeah.
And he's kind of ignoring it for the most part.
Yeah. It's like an
and then-
inconvenience.
Yeah. It's like, all right, well, so
Yeah, I'm gonna punch this guy in the nose. I know he's gonna hit me with a stick, but whatever.
could you not?
Right.
Could you not? And then of course they drop him to hang him, and he falls like 5 feet. They should have snapped his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's fine there. And then
I have some trivia about that.
He picks up Benny by his shirt and holds him up, and it's just doing it, no straining. But I think what actually gets me the whole he's a superhuman is the being punched by essentially Superman and Emotep and getting thrown in the walls and that kind of thing.
And just shrugging it off.
Yeah, but the thing is, now the reason why I say superhuman as opposed to just it being part of the movie is that everybody else dies from normal things.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, maybe he does have superpowers. Maybe he is maybe he's
Not to
part
mention-
Casino Man.
The way he handles his dual weapons is very reckless.
Yeah, he was pretty good akimbo going there.
Gun kata.
Yeah. Oh, he was studying the gun kata. You think so?
Nice.
Always good to have a call back to that movie. I appreciate that. No, yeah, you're right, Corny. I mean, yeah, he like any normal person would have died like 12 times in this movie, but like we've already established, he's got plot armor. But you also forget, like, when you see him on film, he's a big dude. Brendan Fraser is a large man, and I'm actually kind of surprised and truth be told that they didn't find some way to like get his shirt off. Like he's 6'3".
And he's in the desert,
why are
for
you
God's
bringing
sake.
that up?
But you know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever reason, it always feels like these movies where, like the Phantom, right? He has to have his shirt off to show that he's ripped. Like he had a scratch on him, so we had to make sure he took his shirt off so we could see him ripped. Like, that's what I mean by that.
Or like Guardians of the Galaxy when
Right? Yeah. We got to make sure. Oh, Chris Pratt's changed. He's not that funny dude from Parks and Rec. He's actually built and tough. See, we got to make sure. Yeah. So they do it in movies. Tom Cruise gets his shirt off every chance he gets in movies. For a guy who's
I do that too when I'm eating.
That was really strange and scary. He got a little Buffalo Bill quality to that.
Yeah, it was. Put the lotion on his skin.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Lotion in his basket.
I was eating a Twix. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Remember, according to Jen, the mute button is not your friend.
Yes.
Anyway. So I wrote down a bunch of tropes for this movie. like a bunch of tropes.
But they had to be like,
Again, remember, not all tropes are bad. They're just things that filmmakers use because they're comfortable and sometimes easy. But they're not always bad. My first trope was hot librarian. That ain't bad. She was hot. I enjoyed the hell out of her character. I thought she was cute and fun and bubbly, and she is the trope where she breaks the stereotype, where she's a woman in a different time period who's smart, right? And can actually kind of take care of herself a little bit. She's not the damsel in distress. I mean, she really isn't in this movie, which is great. She gets kidnapped, and there was a rat on her, which was scary, and she had to fight a mummy, but she fought another mummy, right? I mean, she kind of did some stuff. The second movie is actually where she learns like kung fu, which is kind of fun.
Or is it Mum Fu?
Mum fu? No, it's
Or Mumford & Sons.
whatever the British learn. They do have a son.
Did you read the trivia about the rating and her?
Yes, I did. That's actually one of the pieces I put in for the show.
Okay, I'll let you save it for.
Yeah, we'll get there in a little bit. But that was a good trope. I thought she was great. I thought she was very cute in this movie. I'm trying to remember what was before this movie, but this was kind of one of her first big roles, right?
I think so.
If
I remember right.
Was this 1998?
99? She
I know she was in the Constant Gardener.
Something like that. Chain Reaction. She was in.
That's right.
With Keanu.
Oh, that's her second movie with him.
Yeah, she's done a couple other movies, but then she does The Mummy, and then she did Sunshine, and then she
was in Sunshine,
and then she did Enemy at the Gates, and then The Mummy Returns.
Oh, that's right, she was in that. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
she was the smelling of the hair.
Yeah. So this is our second third movie with her, with Constantine.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And then, of course, she was the voice of Saphira in Aragon, which is a terrible movie, but not because of her. And then she was in the Bourne Legacy movie, the fourth Bourne movie. Yeah.
Okay.
That one, she actually is the damsel in distress in that particular movie.
So she's been in
she's done
stuff we've known.
Yeah, she's had a good career, but I was trying to think if this was kind of her. Maybe kind of breakout kind of a thing, and not me, I guess a little bit, but it was also Brendan's kind of breakout, right?
No, he was.
No, but my point is that, all right. So here's the comparison. This movie for Brendan Fraser is to what Speed was to Keanu Reeves.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Does it make sense? Keanu was a name, but I remember watching Speed in 94 or 95 when it came out with my parents, which I would have been 13 when that movie came out.
Well, here's the question. What came first, Encino Man or this?
Well, Encino Man.
Yeah, Encino Man.
That's what I would think so, too.
And, Encino Man, and I also think that George the Jungle also came before this, too.
Yeah. And if you think about it, like you said, it aligns right up with Keanu Reeves, who did Bill and Ted.
Right.
Versus, when he really broke out in Matrix.
Right.
Or
and
Speed.
Speed. So Brendan does Encino Man, which was kind of his first film. Actually, it was his first film. And then Son-in-Law. And then Airheads, which is a really funny movie. And then The Scout, which I really like that movie. Have you guys ever seen that movie, The Scout?
I'm not sure.
Is that a football movie?
It's a baseball movie.
No.
No.
Andrew?
I was just thinking
No, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
So the quick premise of the movie: the guy who was the scout, his name is Albert Brooks. Which you're like, Albert Brooks, what does that name sound familiar? He voiced Marlin in Finding Nemo.
Okay.
Anyway, he's a scout for a baseball team for the New York Yankees, and he pisses off somebody, and so as punishment, they send him down to BFE.
Purgatory.
They send him to Mexico.
Durham.
No, they send him to Mexico, and they find this Brendan Fraser kid. He's a pitcher, and he's the greatest pitcher that's ever lived, but he's a head case. And they finally get him to New York, and he's going to be the starting pitcher for the Yankees. And he gets, and this is the kind of the end of the movie, but he freaks out and he climbs onto the roof of the building of the Yankee Stadium, right? And the guy comes up and he's like, "What's going on?" He goes, he's kind of freaking out, and then he's trying to calm him down, and then he says, "What's the worst that can happen?" He says, "Well, you'd lose." And he says, "Well, yeah, half the people down there lose every time anyway." It's just kind of a funny bit, right? And then he's basically the greatest pitcher that ever lived. Like, he plays the game that he pitches, and when I mean a perfect game, it was, 3 strikeouts in an inning. Three strikeouts. He never threw anything but a strike. Anyway, The Scout. Go watch it. It's fun. And then he does some other little things. Then George of the Jungle.
Oh.
Watch out for that tree. Weird Al Yankovic did a George of the Jungle version.
Huh.
Blast from the...
Did you see he's in North Carolina, or he's going to do his concert?
Yeah, I reposted that. I think that's great. I really do.
I agree.
He does Blast from the Past, and then he does The Mummy, right? And so, but then he goes back and he does Bedazzled, and then Monkey Bone.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Monkey Bone.
The Mummy Returns, and then Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Oh yeah, he was in that too. I remember that. They were trying to do Space Jam.
Yeah, basically. The Journey to the Center of the Earth, and then the third movie, and then my computer just, what the hell? Okay, and then he did a handful of episodes of The Fairly Odd Parents and Inkheart, which was a really bad movie. And then he did. Now this is funny. Did you guys see the G.I. Joe movie? The first one?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Rise of Cobra?
Yeah.
I hated it. Did you guys like it? I mean...
Oh, I loved it.
It was
Really?
It wasn't the worst thing ever.
No, I didn't.
But it wasn't great.
A friend of ours and a friend of the show, I'm not going to tell him because he actually really liked the movie, and I argued with him for days about that movie because we saw it in the theater together, and he was like, "This was great," and I'm like, "This was awful." But anyway, Brendan Fraser was in that as kind of the drill sergeant. If you remember that?
Yeah.
That's right.
Because it's the same director. The guy who directed The Mummy and The Mummy 2 did that movie. And they also had the same bad guy. The Mummy, the actual actor who's the Mummy, was in that movie also as a bad guy. And when I saw him, so that was the only part that I liked was when Brendan Fraser was in the movie, when he was getting to kick Channing Tatum's ass. That was the best part of the movie. And an otherwise terrible movie. So anyway, my point being is that what this movie was supposed to do, it didn't do.
Okay.
What Speed did for Keanu Reeves, it blew him up. Like his career completely took off after Speed. Whereas I feel like it was supposed to happen for Brendan Fraser, but he kept just getting pigeonholed as this goofy dude. And he never got taken seriously as an action guy. So
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope that doesn't happen to Chris Pratt because his 2 action movies, he's still a clown. Mm-hmm. Even in Jurassic World, he's still kind of a goofball.
Isn't he going to be in the new Magnificent Seven, the remake of that?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen the trailer for that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Good.
I'm
I'm
too.
hoping that's going to be on the level of True Grit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Steven Sommers is the director of this fine film, and he basically did. He likes directing those types of movies, as in Catch Me If You Can, which is actually a good movie. No, wait, the wrong Catch Me If You Can. Sorry, the 1989 Catch Me If You Can, starring. Who is that? No one I've ever heard of. Okay, good job. Sorry. He directed that, and then he did The Adventures of Huck Finn with Zachary Taylor Thomas, I'm pretty sure. The Jungle Book, Deep Rising, the 2 Mummy movies, Van Helsing, G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra, Odd Thomas. That's it. So, yeah, whatever. He's done some stuff. He's done some other writing. He wrote The Scorpion King, and Scorpion King, I guess pretty much all of them.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
You talk about bad CGI though.
Ugh.
That first Scorpion King.
Oh, the Scorpion King in the second Mummy movie is horrendous.
Yes.
That is like Adobe effects,
Oh man.
level bad. That's real bad. So anyway,
They might as well have used stop motion.
stop motion would have actually looked better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's play this game real quick. This movie had a budget of
120.
Corny.
190.
Oh, geez. Think this is a $200 million movie?
I'm just going over.
I'm saying 90.
Oh, yeah, it was 80.
80. Okay.
Yeah, so you all went over, so none of you win. What did it gross? What was the final total?
I would guess around 200.
About 200? I gotta get there. I gotta get to the worldwide. Give me a second.
Oh, worldwide, I'm guessing closer to 5.
$500 million?
Yeah.
All right. So you say 500 worldwide. Corny? I like this game.
Oh, grossing?
Yeah. Worldwide total gross.
It seemed pretty popular, so I'm going to say 150.
Only 150 million? Okay. Andrew.
$1 million.
Only $1 million?
No, that was my really bad
He's going
Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
the minimum bid so he can win.
Right, yeah.
$1.
$1.
$1, Bob.
The actual retail price was...
I kind of want to Bob go, really? $1?
Yeah.
Won't you live a little, bitch?
$415 million worldwide.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I knew it was popular.
Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Did this thing have a re-releasing?
No, not that I know of.
It says as of September of 2012.
Maybe that's when they stopped counting.
I mean, I guess, maybe in dollar theaters and stuff like that.
What, 13 years
Yeah.
to
Well,
make its way through?
So I guess technically worldwide it was 415. Domestic was 155. So it made its movie. It was popular.
Yeah.
One of the things in the trivia was that after the first weekend it was in theaters, the director was called by the producers and said, we need you to go ahead and just make another one.
Yeah. Here's the big question. Why did it work? If you look at it and someone describes to you this thing, I don't know if I would think it would work.
I think personally, and I want your opinion, all of your opinions.
Yeah.
I think that one, it was marketed, I think at the time probably pretty well. It had a May 7th release, so it was obviously gearing towards blockbuster summer kind of a thing. 99, you had The Matrix coming out too, but I don't know what else it was competing against. But it just looked fun, even in the previews.
Yeah.
I remember the previews because we were all in high school. Sam, you were, of course, already married with children by this point, but
What?
And working with AARP.
yeah, going to the 5 o'clock dinners. I remember the scene with the airplane when he was shooting the mummy face in the sand wall. I remember it looked fun. Sam, you use the word fun, I think, wrong sometimes, but this movie is fun.
I like to watch you suffer.
That's fair.
No, I agree. I think Jen might have said it in an email last week or a week before, how you want to hang out with these people. Brendan Fraser and Hot Librarian. You want to be in this movie, even though it's kind of creepy and scary. Mm-hmm. It would be a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To be around these folks. And a lot of the movies that are like this, if you could think that about the characters, you've related to them on some level, and you want to see it succeed. I mean, for God's sake, look at Serenity.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if I would do anything to be a passenger on that ship, because it would be.
Oh yeah. It
would be amazing.
Nathan Fillion could do the reboot.
Hey, there you go.
I mean,
that would be better.
I don't know.
Here's a rumor I'm going to help perpetuate for our show. Courtney, I'm going to let you expound real quick.
I'm going to let you finish. But Brendan Fraser was the greatest. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Pulling Kanye.
Oh, right, yeah. But There is rumor now that Castle, the TV show Castle, has ended, that Nathan Fillion might get put in as one of the captains of the new Star Trek TV show that they're filming.
Ooh.
How awesome would that be?
Yeah, but
You mean
would they
the one that no
allow
one
him?
can watch?
What,
You
Andrew?
mean the one no one can watch?
Yes, I'm still really upset about that.
But would they allow him to be
Why not?
the captain we want?
Why wouldn't they? Like, there's no reason for
Because
them
it's
not.
Star Trek.
I mean,
There's still no. Hold on. Now that's
his record.
No.
To be honest, his record as a captain isn't that good. He's gotten his pilots killed or stabbed, marooned on the
I
island.
just don't see, because the Federation is all about following the rules.
except for Kirk. That was his thing, right? We watched the movie about that, right? Kirk's
Yeah.
big thing is that he's willing to break the rules if it's for the quote unquote greater good.
The
Like,
greater good.
right. That's something that Star Trek loves. Even Picard would do that from time to time. Janeway in Voyager had to, because they were by themselves. You had to. They kind of had to. You use the Federation code as the guidelines, but sometimes you have to make stuff up. I don't know enough about Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, but would Nathan Fillion as a captain shoot first?
Yes. That's my thing. Is I think yes, and I think that's what Star Trek needs.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just use a Star Wars reference for.
Why
Star
not?
Trek?
That's something that Kirk would do. They even make reference to it in the 09 Star Trek. That leap without looking kind of that mentality.
Yeah.
Like that's what Kirk was. He
totally
cheated
agree with you.
Yeah, he cheated his test. Like that was what Kirk did. He cheated so that he could, because he doesn't believe in the no-win scenario. I think Nathan Fillion could portray that in this new world. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I would pee myself if it did. So
You would actually pay for CBS streaming.
I actually would if Nathan. You know what I'm saying? Like if they, because they threw out a teaser, which was ultimately nothing. It just showed me a logo. You know, you might as well just put out a poster. But anyway, all right. I have to like calm back down from this because that makes me so upset that they're doing this to Star Trek.
Yeah, he's gotten all red.
I see what you did there.
Never heard that before. So we were making.
Do it again, then.
We were, please do. I made the case that I think Nathan Fillion could do the Mummy reboot, and Corny, I think you were going to rebut that.
Yes, actually I was. I need a stronger person to do that. I don't see him as the let me fight this ridiculous thing. I see him more as the let me fight with the items around me. So I don't see him picking up a sword and going after Imhotep in a fight like that. What I do see is him being held by the neck by Imhotep and him talking, shit while something else happens.
Right. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Can I say something too along the lines of a problem I had with this viewing?
Okay.
We've got our sand people, the black robed guys, right?
The Magi.
Sand people.
The Manginas.
Sand people.
Yeah.
Taste like sand, talk like people.
Okay, towards the end of the movie, they're in the Hamunaptra, and Guy seemingly goes down with the mummies,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And then Brendan Fraser all of a sudden picks up a sword and is like totally master of kung fu, knocking off these mummies.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little implausible to me this time, since that other guy was seemingly trained to be able to do what Brendan Fraser eventually did.
Well, that's why he was able to survive and not only get out, but get out and get on a camel and then surprise everyone.
So why didn't he help?
He did help.
No, he didn't.
Oh, you mean
Save
why didn't he help in the finale?
Yeah.
I think simply because the plot didn't need him.
There was an invisible barrier in front of him he could not get past.
It's like in our
It could be
RPG.
one of those things where where you're helping with an event and you've done your part, but there's so very little to be done with the other half. You're like, I'm just gonna go.
I think it's more like an RPG, right? You get into the boss room, right? You just had your save point. You know shit's about to go down. So then you go in and the walls close up, right? You're stuck in this room until you defeat the boss. And he was just on the outside. He was trying to get in, but the invisible thingies were there. You know,
is this a Phantom Menace moment when Obi-Wan is locked behind the laser wall?
Right.
Okay. All right.
Like, why that laser wall even exist in that room of, like, why did you need to have those things there? Like, if does maintenance guy have to go through and wait to get into the room with the big pit? Like, what was the point of that?
It was safety.
Is that what it is?
It's a safety measure. Yeah, OSHA told them, you need these lasers here to keep people
Every
out.
walkway is not going to have a railing, but we're going to have this long wall of laser doors for some reason. Because we need to inconvenience a Jedi in the future. Okay. So dumb. So dumb. Any excuse to make fun of that movie, I'm all for.
Oh, absolutely. I'm right there with you, bro.
I will say this, to your point, I guess maybe somebody, Sam, Corny,
Okay.
I don't know, Andrew,
Yeah, one of us.
is that you said that...
There was exhaust vents on that lightsaber?
Yes, they were, but they were intentional. It was meant to be a hilt. No, like, so this the hopping man trope that I keep trying to bring up?
Yeah.
What about the Magi? He had a whole army, right? Like, they released the mummy. Goes now. We have to be the hunters, and then we don't see any of them ever again.
Like, he got 90% of them killed in that run when they warned him.
Right, but then they go and they find that poor American, right, with no eyes and no tongue, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, would the mummy have bad eyesight because he took a dude that needed glasses, eyes?
That's a really good point.
He should have bad eyesight.
Actually, that would have been hilarious. He had to wear glasses.
Yeah, he had to find and pick up his glasses. Oh, and by the way, those glasses, speaking from someone who wears glasses, the glasses that he was wearing were so not thick for him to be as blind as he was. Like, he was acting like Mr. Magoo.
Velma.
Right, and those things were 0.5 millimeter thick. I mean, he didn't really need them. Anyway, I wear glasses, whatever. My point is that...
No,
what happened to those,
right.
What happened to those guys? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, those glasses...
It pisses us off, those of us who wear really thick glasses, when they portray people with glasses with paper-thin lenses or no lenses at all.
Right.
And pretend that they're blind.
Like half of Harry Potter, he doesn't have lenses in his glasses.
Yeah.
And there's a scene when...
So does a Big Bang guy. What's his name? Not Sheldon.
Leonard?
Leonard.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it bothers the actors. They're like, we don't want glasses because we're rich and we can have corrective laser eye surgery. Anyway, but yeah, that's the hopping man thing. Is like, what? He had a whole army, and then they went in after him, and then nothing would happen. Nothing. Like, because the Americans, like the A-Team, they went back into town. So
does that army show up again in the second movie? I cannot remember that second movie for the life of me.
No, but the dude does. The leader, he shows up.
Yeah.
To warn them that there's some people that are trying to resurrect him, and so he goes to London to save them, and then Evie gets kidnapped, of course.
Yep.
And taken.
Yeah, right. Taken too, and then
I don't know what you want.
There's this really cool...
I don't have any mummy.
But what I do have is a brother-in-law who's a wuss and a son that knows more archaeology than Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
There is this kind of funny scene, though, when he's in his car, right? They're rich because of all the gold and stuff that they had from leftover in the camel that Benji pulled out for them, right? So they're living in this mansion. He has his car, and so they go there, and he opens up the trunk, and it's like an arsenal in his trunk. And he says, "You want the shotgun?" And he says, "No, I prefer the Thompson." And then they get like geared up as if they're going to go and, Call of Duty 4, the Mummy attack, whatever it's called. Anyway.
Oh, wouldn't you against that type of thing?
Oh, shoot, yeah, man.
Yeah. Although I think a flamethrower would have been a better weapon against him.
Yeah, probably kind of cumbersome to carry on the back. Like tank and things. What he really needed is that gun from Constantine. Like,
there you go.
He should have get his wife to call up John and be like, "Hey, since you guys know each other, I need you to get me that cross gun with the flamethrower and the shotgun bit, and we'll take this dude out." Of course, he wasn't apparently affected by Jesus or Muhammad. It was the Jewish thing, which was kind of funny that he stopped for. I'm gonna play some clips because we've been talking for an hour. All right, you ready? Here we go.
No one wants to hear us talk.
No, this is great. So this is most of mine are that's actually pretty true, Sam. Most of these clips are funny. So we talked earlier about the Brendan Fraser getting his ass kicked. Here we go.
It was to remain sealed
That's not it. This is it.
inside his.
Oh my gosh.
You were actually at Hamunaptra.
Yeah, I was there.
You swear.
Every damn day.
No, I didn't mean that.
I know what you meant. I was there. Seti's place, City of the Dead.
I like that. Every damn day. That's not what I meant. I know. I just thought it was funny. It was clever. It's witty. I like that stuff. It was funny. And the prison warden guy was funny too. And his bad negotiating. It was funny too. Just this movie was fun. It was funny.
Yeah.
Like it was done well. I laughed. Sarah laughed. My wife, while she was feeding Daphne, laughed. My son actually watched this with us, my 3-year-old, though.
Oh, dear.
I covered his eyes over a lot of stuff. Like, the mummy itself didn't really... he was kind of gross, but he wasn't scary. But bugs under the skin, I don't need him having that nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
So I covered his eyes whenever bugs under the skin happened. Anyway.
Do they know something we don't? They're led by a woman. What does a woman know?
What does a
That's
woman know?
Is that Donald Trump?
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's British Donald Trump.
Hey, I'm gonna build a sarcophagus. It's gonna be the best sarcophagus you ever see.
Yeah.
Believe me.
But I'm going to make the mummy pay for it. That was actually a trope, arrogant British dude. There you go. Oh, this one was funny.
According to these hieroglyphics, we're underneath the statue. We should come up right between his legs.
When those damn Yanks go to sleep, no offense,
Untaken?
we'll dig our way up and steal that book right out from under them.
Are you sure we can find the secret compartment thing?
Oh, yes, those beastly Americans haven't beaten us to it. No offense.
Untaken.
I would love if that joke had gone on more.
Yeah.
By the third time, like, all right, damn, okay.
Yeah, we get it. You hate Americans.
We get it. You vape, okay?
All right. This is 30 seconds, so just hang in there.
It says, there is one, the undead, who, if brought back to life, is bound by sacred law to consummate this curse.
Well, let's make sure we don't bring anyone back from the dead then, huh?
He will kill all who open this chest and assimilate their organs and fluids. And in so doing, he will regenerate and no longer be the undead, but a plague upon this earth.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just like
worst ever.
Yeah,
worst idea ever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Here's me in reaction when he's reading that.
You're Benji. You're running away.
No. Hell no. No.
See, I would have just said that and then left.
What is that from? I know that. What is that?
Is that 30 Rock?
No.
No, it is Tracy Morgan though.
Yeah, it's Tracy Morgan. Is it? That's from Cop Out, is it?
Yes, it is.
It is from Cop Out. Nice. I actually like that movie, and I hate the fact that, what's his name? Bruce Willis and
Sean William Scott.
No.
Tracy Morgan.
No, the director.
Oh.
Not Silent Bob. Who is Silent Bob?
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith. They hate each other because of that movie.
Really?
Like, they worked together in Die Hard 4, because Kevin Smith was like the nerd in the bunker, and Bruce Willis keeps making fun of him. So then they do the next movie they do together is Cop Out, where Kevin Smith is the director. Is that his name, Kevin Smith?
Yeah, it's Kevin Smith.
Okay. Anyway, he's the director, and they hated each other because Bruce was apparently difficult to work with. But yeah, if you haven't seen Cop Out, that's a good buddy cop movie. It actually is genuinely funny. Him and Tracy Morgan going back and forth. I love the wedding scene at the end when Jason Lee goes to stand up and Tracy Morgan sticks a gun in his kidney and he says, "If you stand up, I will scatter your kidneys all over this yard." Oh, I'm good. I'll sit here. Anyway, you have to watch the movie. Oh yeah, here we go. Well, another clip. We made reference to this earlier.
That happens a lot around here.
Oh, I love it. Smile, wink, and a nod. Right at the camera.
Ernie, what's in it for you?
It is better to be the right hand of the devil than in his path. As long as I serve him, I am immune.
Immune from what?
Piscachelate.
What did you say?
I don't want to tell you. You just hurt me some more.
There are very few villains that I root for their death. But he is one that he's like the perfect a-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, slimy.
Yeah.
Yeah, slick.
Yeah.
I loved when he threw the chair at him.
Oh yeah,
and hit him. It kept him from jumping out a window or whatever.
And then the brother was like, "Nice shot." Yeah. No, you're right. Now, but Corny, to your point, the death though, I mean,
ouch,
rough.
Yeah.
You know, like
suffocate or be eaten alive, and
eaten alive in the dark by a bunch of beetles. I mean, I think we did top 3 worst deaths.
I'm Ringo.
That might have made it
Looks
to.
tasty.
Why is Ringo in there? Oh, the Beatles. Okay.
The Beatles. Yeah.
Well,
all he had to do was to jump up on some of the gold stuff because apparently they were only on the flat surface on the ground.
Yeah, they couldn't climb. Apparently, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean that. You're trapped. Whatever. I mean, you're gonna die. You're screwed.
Well, you could have probably eaten some beetles to survive for a while.
I guess. Anyway, that was also a trope, right? Like the booby trap. Why would they have that there? Why is there a self-destruct button on the pyramid, or in the? And why was it so easy?
Yeah, wait till you has any of you seen X-Men Apocalypse?
No.
Okay, that's a good question.
Oh, does that happen in X-Men?
You'll have to see.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah, not a big spoiler, but you'll have to see.
So, my thought process.
So you've seen it?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would be quite a ways below.
Like
it's not as bad as X3 or the first Wolverine.
Okay.
So, but it would be bottom.
I mean, is it better than Days of Future Past or?
I really like Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
I know you didn't.
What about First Class?
Probably not as. I mean, the reason is it's just the same thing. You've already seen everything you've ever seen in an X-Men movie that you'll see in this new one. There's nothing really, oh my gosh, moment. Does that make sense?
It does. I actually want to take this left turn here with you guys for just a minute and a half. I know we're kind of running late in the show, but my wife last night is again with an infant. You feed her and then you wait 3 hours to feed her again, right? So you got a lot of time to kill. So I've been playing Fable 2. I bought that at a used video game store, and so Sarah watches Gilmore Girls. Anyway, not that you guys really care about that, but my point being is that she was perusing.
I'm very interested in Gilmore Girls.
I love Gilmore Girls.
It's actually weird to listen because I'm listening to it, right? I'm listening to it while I'm playing Fable, and it's actually really funny. Anyway, my point is that she found this. The HollywoodReporter.com did a comprehensive list of all 44 Marvel movies that have ever been made and put them in an order. And number 1 was Avengers, which I agree with. But they had like Captain America Civil War like 14th on the list.
What?
Yeah.
And then they had something like the Eric Bana Hulk higher than I don't know, like Thor or something like that.
Well, it had it had it higher than the second Thor. It had the first Thor at like rank 8th or something.
Oh yeah.
It was really. She's going through them, and I'm going, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Like I'm disagreeing. The second Thor is better than the first Thor. Captain America 2 is better than Captain America 1. It had Captain America 1 at like top 10. And I thought, no. Like,
it was okay.
It was okay. It had
yeah.
a purpose, but like I think Iron Man 3 is better than Captain America 1.
Yeah.
And it had Iron Man 3 almost in the 20s.
The only thing I have to say about it, because I look at those types of lists all the time too, is they only do them for the shock value.
I guess.
They might have some legitimate spots on there, but then they're going to throw. It's kind of like somebody saying that Thor. Was it Thor or Thor 2 was the best movie ever made?
Well, that's a friend that
Thor.
we make fun of Andrew for that one all the time. Not you,
Yeah.
Andrew, a different Andrew, but because he did say that to me one time, and I wanted to punch him in the face. But
he said it to me, and I lived with him.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what I mean? It's shock value. It's to get clicks on.
Yeah, clickbait. I understand that, but if you're gonna do a list, you need to have better reasons than the things. I was getting actually upset that someone took the time to create this list. I mean, yeah, in the bottom 10, they're all terrible movies. You know, the 2008 Punisher and I think like the 2015 Fantastic Four was like third from the bottom. And I mean, like it was actually beneath the 1990 Fantastic Four or something like that, right? We were, and the like 1980 something Captain America. But Corny, the second, I think I remember correctly, the number 2 overall Marvel movie. One was Avengers. Can anyone else? I single Corny out because he would probably have a better guess than Sam or Andrew. But do you guys have a guess if my memory serves?
Sorry, I lost your audio there.
Yeah, I lost you there.
Does Skype pick up? Sorry. Yeah. What I was saying is that number 1 was Avengers. Can any of you guess, just real quick, what you think number 2 would be? Because none of you will. No, Guardians was. I think
it's my number 2.
Yeah, I think it was like top 10.
Iron Man?
No, that would be mine.
I don't know. And I remember looking at this list and seeing,
I was blown away with this.
I stopped after I saw how high.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2. Now, I will argue that that's a really good movie. And I think it holds up. But it's not the second best Marvel movie ever made. At all. And Andrew, I could hear you arguing with me that I have actually watched it recently. It still holds up. Now, a case that a friend of mine always makes, he hates it because Tobey Maguire takes his mask off too many times in that movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I agree with also. But
let's see my pretty face.
Well. Anyway, also I didn't realize that Big Hero 6 is considered Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't
I
know
love Big
that.
Hero 6.
I love the movie. I think it's great, which makes sense now why they had a Stan Lee cameo in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that makes sense. Anyway, back to the Mummy. Sorry, but I wanted, because my wife Sarah actually said you guys should talk about that in your show tomorrow night, and so I did.
All right.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, done.
Come on, Evie, faster.
Patience is a virtue.
Not right now, it isn't.
So sorry, I'm glad you played that clip because it just reminded me. You know who else I'd like to see play Brendan Fraser's character?
Okay.
A young Will Smith.
Yeah.
Because some of those one-liners I think would work great, like that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, patience diverted. The hell it ain't.
If you do Will Smith, it has to be modern times. I don't know of how many African Americans were discovering the world in the 1920s.
We were still working for free, I think, during that time. So,
yeah. In some parts of the world, yes. I mean, you had Egyptians there holding an umbrella for British dude. You know, so.
By the way, do you like how I phrased slavery?
Yeah, that's how because they were working for free. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Speaking of airplane Winston guy.
So what's your little problem got to do with His Majesty's Royal Air Corps?
Not a damn thing.
Is it dangerous?
Well, you probably won't live through it.
Hi, Joe. Do you really think so?
Well, everybody else we bumped into has died. Why not you?
What's the challenge then?
Rescue the damsel in distress, kill the bad guy, and save the world.
Oh, Winston Havelock, at your service, sir.
I love that guy. I love that. And I like the concept of this old World War I pilot who is genuinely sad that he is still alive on this godforsaken earth, doing a godforsaken job in this godforsaken part of the world. Like, he literally hates life. He's just waiting to die, and he was given a cool opportunity to go out with a bang, and that's actually kind of cool and heroic, and I liked that. I did. He died with a smile on his face. That was cool. I actually was happy sad. If I cared a little more, I might have cried. But I didn't.
Once again, it proved that in my younger years, I really thought that quicksand would be a lot bigger problem than it actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for everything we saw on TV as younger people, and Sam, I guess, back when all you had were radio shows.
Well, they were doing drawings on the wall. The fire would flicker, and you could almost see him move.
I don't know why, but I don't mind reminding me of this, but we actually watched this past weekend with my son picked out the Lego movie to watch.
Yeah.
And when she's on TV and she's giving out the inspirational thing, and it switches over to medieval times, and the guy's reading from scrolls the things that she's saying, it just kind of reminded me of that. Like everywhere else in the world is getting TV, but Sam is having to read off a scroll or something. I just like this idea. Anyway, this is the last one I wrote.
Right now, for this podcast, I've got some monks that are translating what I'm saying here into writing, Pony expressing it down to Gastonia, where another monk is reading it into your mic down there.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Pretty fast.
No, yeah, you guys are really fast. It's impressive. Technology these days. This is the last one I got.
I love the whole sand wall trick. It was beautiful. You bastard.
I don't know why that made me laugh every time, but it's funny. Because you can say that because your boss doesn't speak English, so I guess you could say that, right? That's funny. Oh my gosh, this episode's gone way too long. Last tropes, the Han Solo trope of I'm only in it for the money, and then he turns around and does the great thing. The old stop just in the nick of time, where the swords are getting ready to hit him in the face, and then the monsters stop for whatever reason. Greed kills, and there's a self-destruct booby trap. Main character has only thoughts of profit, which was the brother, and then of course main character is clumsy, which was her. Knocking over all the library. I thought that was going to be a thing throughout the movie.
Or just knocking stuff out, yeah.
Well, no, but like she was going to be clumsy, right? Like it was her being clumsy was what finds the mummy, and her being clumsy which finds the book.
Yeah.
We only got the one gag of her knocking over the library stall, which was hilarious and done in one take because it would have taken them all day to reset. But that was from the trivia. But that was the only part of that we got. So I thought that was really interesting that we only got to see that. All right, here we go.
I love the whole sand wall.
Wait.
You bastard.
And now for some more bad news. Ready?
Brendan Fraser nearly died during a scene when his character is hanged. Rachel Weisz remembered. Is it Weisz or Vice?
Should be Vice. It should be.
But
Vice.
she's British.
Weisz,
So wouldn't it be Weisz?
Is she married to a German?
No, she's married to James Bond.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, that's right.
So, but her parents are
Pierce Brosnan. He seems a little old for her.
Stop it. Daniel Craig. Congratulations to him.
Craig?
Sean Connery?
Yeah.
I thought he was married to the Mexican lady.
No, he's not married to Catherine Zeta-Jones from Entrapment. Though good for him if he were. No, she's married to Michael Douglas, who's another really old dude. Anyway, she remembered saying, quote, he, Fraser, stopped breathing and had to be resuscitated, end quote. What the hell? Why are you actually dropping Brendan Fraser from a rope?
It is Vice is Vice.
Good. Okay. Well, I've been saying Vice for a long time, but then I thought, well, she's not British, or she's British.
Suck it, Sam.
Yeah. The white nightgown Evie wore when the ship was attacked became transparent when it got wet and had to be digitally painted white during post-production so the film could keep its PG-13 rating. I love that. Man, can I see the
Yes.
unedited version? A cloak lent by the British costume rental company Angels was worn by an extra in this film, was discovered to have been in fact made for Alec Guinness, Sir Alec Guinness, when he played Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars. That's actually kind of cool. This is one of those I always capture the ones where it's like such and such was thought of to do the role, right? Because I always think they're fascinating. Because for some reason in the 90s, every movie was considered to have Schwarzenegger and Stallone and Bruce Willis. Like everyone, like there, it's always that. And I saw that actually in this one, that Stallone was at one point, which is dumb. But this one is interesting, and I'm really glad they went with Brendan Fraser over Leonardo DiCaprio. Was rumored to have been offered the role of Rick O'Connell. It's believed DiCaprio was said to have loved the script and wanted to be in the film. However, he had already agreed to do The Beach. It's also been said that DiCaprio asked if The Beach could be delayed so he could film The Mummy, but the producers refused. Ironically, the film The Beach was delayed anyway. But no, I don't like him at all in that.
No. Would that have? I mean, that's basically the Phantom problem.
Yeah.
You know, where Bruce Campbell would have made it a better movie.
Yeah.
And our what's his name in this movie was
Brendan Fraser.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think DiCaprio, though, who is a phenomenal actor. Don't get me wrong, he deserved his Oscar a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
he had to get beat up by a bear.
No joke.
Sexually molested by a bear.
I think
if you've seen that movie, it's hard to watch.
I haven't, and I want to.
When that bear does that to him, it's just hard.
I have been told that it's a hard movie to watch.
Wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
We already talked about the recasting. The soundtrack grade, I gave this period appropriate, so I guess it'd be a PA. A period appropriate. I liked it. I don't even know who did the soundtrack, but I like the soundtrack. It's very deserty.
Oh, did you see that Alan Silvestri is doing Infinity War?
Jerry Goldsmith did this.
Well, that makes sense.
I like Jerry Goldsmith. You said, well, that makes sense because he did Avengers and Cap 2, I think. So good for him. And he also did Cap 1. Anyway. What did we learn reading from books called The Book of the Dead is a bad idea? We've seen that in other movies.
Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Clara.
Wait. No, Cabin in the Woods wasn't Book of the Dead. That was just the Hillbilly book.
Was it?
Yeah, it was just...
I thought she read something and...
No, maybe it was just the Hillbilly book. That's why they were attacked by zombie rednecks.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. But, yeah, mainly I was... Yeah, the Evil Dead. I do need to watch the Sam Ash versus the Evil Dead TV show. That's the series that's on Starz. I got to find a way to watch it. Anyway,
yeah.
I heard it's actually really, really good. This week, we decided to do our top 3 movies set in the desert. Not the dessert.
Damn. Hold on. I'll be right back.
But the desert. So, Andrew, you're up.
Well, I have, hang on just a moment. I have an honorable mention.
All right.
But I can't spell, so give me just a second here. I'm typing it. Thank you. Well, where is this? There it is. 2008's Jumper.
Okay. I like Jumper.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was trying to remember who did it, but
Hayden Christensen's in that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's the star, and I felt like this was a redeeming movie for him after Star Wars. But yeah, not a bad movie. And number 3.
Okay.
Bone Tomahawk.
Okay. We're gonna have to watch that movie.
It is really good.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, at least I think it is.
Yeah.
All right, number 2, City Slickers.
Nice.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, tied with 1 and 2. I like both of them.
I don't know why I didn't even think comedies for. Okay.
And then number 1, Maverick.
Oh, Maverick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Not bad.
Well done.
All right, Corny.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with Three Amigos.
Oh, nice. It was on my list. Right.
Sahara.
Oh,
yes.
That's streaming, and I think
Yes, it is.
I think it's actually on our list of movies to do.
And I'm gonna ask for this, but Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
All day long.
The American Southwest is basically a desert, also. So
Yeah.
So is Detroit.
It's Detroit. It's a Midwestern.
No, we're not talking about a desert of despair.
Oh.
Oh.
Actually, it's not coming up. How is Sahara not on our list?
Dude, it is. It's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix. It's not on our list of movies to do.
Oh, it's been on there for a while. I put it on there a long time ago.
Somehow it's been bumped or whatever. It's not in the list. I'm adding it to the list right now.
Dang it, Chad.
I'm deleted.
Chad. I misspelled Sahara. It doesn't matter.
You just spelled Sarah.
I spelled Sahara with 2 H's, actually. That's what I did wrong.
Sahara.
Yeah, basically. Sam.
All right, I got a good honorable mention because it is a really good movie. There Will Be Blood.
Okay.
Oh.
But it's one of those that you can't watch. It's hard to watch it a second time. Oh, my God. My number 3 is Sahara.
All right.
My number 2 is Mad Max Fury Road.
How weird is it? Sahara made 2 lists. That's just strange to me.
It's fun. My number 1 is Star Wars: A New Hope.
Oh, okay. There you go. That was the reason why. That's my number 1 as well.
Well, it is tied with Jurassic Park.
Which is why I asked how much of the movie needed to be set in the desert. Dumbass.
Well, at the very beginning.
No, again, no. Remember, Sam, it's desert, not dessert, because they do eat the dessert.
No, and when they go and visit the mine, it's pretty dusty there. And they're at the dig in South Dakota or North Dakota.
You're such an
desert.
idiot.
I love it. I love.
And because I'm right.
No, you're not right. You're just making stuff up.
No,
it's not a desert.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes,
It's working
it is.
for current Republican presidential candidate. So
It's not the desert. Oh my gosh.
What would you call it? It's not tropical rainforest.
They filmed it in Hawaii. It's Costa Rica. Like
when Grant is visited on the dig site.
All right. This is happening.
That is a desert.
No.
It is a dry, arid location.
You're a dry, arid location.
Stop talking about his vagina.
All right.
Mangina.
Mangina.
Oh, that's right. Mangina. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I will give you that, Sam.
Thank you.
Because it actually is filmed in the Mojave Desert.
Ha ha.
So you win that one.
I win.
Though, and
Wait,
I guess,
I
and we
can
didn't, and we didn't, and we never did make the it had to have been so much percentage of the movie had to be desert. So
That's why I wasn't allowing you to make that ruling.
right. Oh, that's good. You just wanted to make that one bit. I actually find that pretty funny.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
I planned that. Yeah.
All right. Well, fine then. Then my honorable mention is going to be Beetlejuice because they go to Saturn and that's a desert with the sandworms. My number 3 was The Three Amigos.
Nice.
That's a funny movie. Basically, any Western, and there's a lot of really good ones. I don't know why I picked that one in particular, but there's a lot of really good Westerns. So I'm going to stray away from more Westerns because they're all great. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. My number 2, Stargate.
Ooh, okay.
Speaking of pyramids and such. And then my number 1 is Star Wars: A New Hope. So.
Now, I might bump Sahara for the Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I thought about Indiana Jones also, but I'm trying to remember how much was the desert, other than just the dig, right?
There was a lot in the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, I guess that is a desert. Yeah, that'll count. This Sudan or wherever they are, in a country that doesn't exist anymore, but it's something else.
Central Africa.
It's not Central Africa. All right. So your top 10, please, Andrew. We gotta wrap this puppy up.
My out of 10?
Out of 10, please.
Yes. I'm going to give this a 8.4. Wow. Broken bottles of Hennessy.
Nice. That's one of your highest ever for this podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Glenlivet's.
It was Glenlivet's, yeah. Corny.
All right. I am going to give it a 7.9 or 7.09 out of 10.
All right. Okay. Sam.
I hate to say it. I love this movie. I'm going to give it an 8. An 8 conversations with Sean that would say, wait right here while the ship is burning.
Right, that was so funny. Wait right here. I'll go get help. And he stands there. Oh, wait. That was great. No, that was a good part. Again, I couldn't see Leonardo DiCaprio pulling that bit off.
No, not at all.
So I don't see Tom Cruise pulling that bit off. I'm really...
I don't think it's going to be the same tone. There's no way.
It can't be, and it won't be.
It's going to be like they're turning it grittier. It's going to be like the darn DC universe. They're, gritty and real is what they're going to go with.
Speaking of DC, you guys see, I saw a commercial yesterday that they're coming out with the Blu-ray for Dawn of Justice like in a month.
Wow.
Like they're doing the turnaround really quick, and the Blu-ray apparently has all these deleted scenes.
Is it the rated R cut?
No, I don't know if it's rated R.
They're talking about how it makes so much more sense.
Yeah, they said it's like the ultimate edition, and that's exactly what Corny said. It's going to make more sense.
I hope so.
I still haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
I still don't like the idea of Batman as a homicidal maniac.
No, okay.
I thought you were going to say homosexual for a minute. I was like, wait, I missed that whole plot.
I'm going to give this, however, this movie out of 10. I'm going to say...
Dawn of Just Ass.
Oh, you just made the porn version.
Oh, that one's behind the curtain somewhere.
Oh, my gosh. I'm sure it is. If not, somebody somewhere just made some money.
Yeah, all right.
You're gonna go ahead and
I'll let you know.
go and register that domain name real quick. I almost want to look and see what that is.
I'm already on it.
www.dawnofjustass.com.
Oh God.
Okay, it's not real. Okay, good.
You can find somebody named Dawn and dress up as Batman. There you go.
But I'm going to give this movie, I like this movie a lot, so I'm going to say, gosh, if I go 7.5, which is really high, it's going to be the lowest of the four of us. But I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to say 8.5. I liked the crap out of this movie. It was fun.
I'd watch it again.
Yeah. Well, let's all get together and watch it right now. We'll Skype it. It'd be fun as hell. I'm going to be up for a while, so I say let's do it.
I got to do my weekly 2 hours in my office tomorrow. So
all right. Anyway, that's it. That's the show. Thanks for listening. Holy crap, this is a long episode. I apologize, but taking a week off, this is bonus. This is just like, instead of having 2 small 1 hour episodes, you're getting a 2 hour episode.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's like our R-rated cut.
It's not 2 hours, but I could stretch it out if I wanted to. But I'm not.
Oh, wait, you need it to be R-rated?
No, please don't. No, just one of you can take your shirt off, and that'll be fine.
Done.
It's been off. My pants are long gone.
Nice. Next week, we are doing Hostage. Bruce Willis movie Hostage. Very rated R.
I don't know if I've seen this one.
I own it on DVD. I have seen it several times. I like it. But will I still like it with the CSR glasses? Only time will tell in a podcast. So that's going to do it for us and this. So I'm going to hit this button, not that button. I'm going to hit this button. Oh, not that button. Why do I even have that button?
Hey, it's been a long time since we've been graced with the presence of...
Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of that button because I have no reason to play it. Holy shit, stop.
You can't stop.
I'll just play.
Hey, brah!
Play that instead.
It's only getting worse.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just let you know, while I didn't find a parody of Dawn of Just Ass, I did find that most people review Dawn of Justice with Dawn of Just Ass.
Nice.
Nice.
So
It's
you're
so
not the
bad.
first.
Oh.
Okay. Well, good to know. I'm not missing anything. Hostage is next week. Please do all the things I'm about to say. Go leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, and the Google Play. I don't know what is going to happen with Stitcher, but somebody will tell you. Visit our website, cheapseatreviews.com. Please help us out. Go to our GoFundMe, gofundme.com/cheapseatreviews. Any donations you can do will be great. We're almost to $200, I think. I can't remember. But you know, anything you can do will help. And if you donate the $25, you get to be on an episode with us. A couple people have already done that, Alan and Michael. So we'll see. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Cheapseat Reviews. Follow us on Twitter at CheapseatCast. I am at Sean J. Allred. At Saniji16 is Sam. At Johnny Darko16 is Corny. At A. Jemison is Andrew. Please, of course, send your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com. You may, as always, leave us a voicemail, 704-271-4290. All right. With all that being said, it was really nice taking a week off to be with the baby, but I'm glad to be back. I missed you guys, and this was a lot of fun. So on behalf of Andrew, Sam, Corny, this is Sean saying thanks for listening and good night.